Right, so I think we are back and we will have to join the race midway because the session seems to have already started here. Let's see what has happened on the first lap right now. As soon as we are able to see, here we go. Arjun Shah into P3 already. So he is, as there's a wing coming off. And what's happening here? As Rahul has pitted, where is Bhushan in all this? Bhushan has lost a lot of positions as Ashwin Lakhwani has now challenging Sid Venkatesh going into the braking zone. Ashwin stays behind for now and he will be hoping to make that move on the straight. As up ahead it is Serial Killer who is challenging Rohit Goel for P5, and behind Bhushan basically has lost 9 positions right now. And let's have a look about Caesar. Where is Caesar in all this? He has gained 8 places and is into P11 right now. We are on board with Ashwin right now, and Ashwin is on the outside. He will not be able to make the move because both of them go deep, and that's Bhushan who is now on the back of Ashwin, who is still behind Sid Venkatesh right now. Let's see if Ashwin can make a move around the outside this time around. Sid Venkatesh last of the race breakers. Is Bhushan going to go down the inside? He tries for a move probably, but that is Ashwin who's through. There was slight contact there, but Ashwin is finally through. And now it's Sid Venkatesh who has lost. I think there was definite contact there, and Sid Venkatesh has lost a lot of time. He's now being overtaken by Quick Killer, and probably Oxidized Rage will be on his back as well. As what has happened to Caesar? Caesar is fine right now. Ashwin is into P6, and I'm not able to see the time gaps right now. I think we should be able to do that once people cross the finish line. So let's be a little patient while I quickly check what's happening with Sid Venkatesh. I think he is under attack right now. I don't think he has any damage as Oxidized Rage runs into the back of Caesar. Not sure if there was any damage there, but Sid Venkatesh is under pressure from very fast drivers behind, and he is under a lot of pressure. Definitely this time around, when they, as Rohit Goel is losing position, Sid Venkatesh has lost a position. Caesar here, and right now it seems like that Rohit has lost positions because of a disconnection. So that is really unfortunate. Bhushan has climbed his way back into P7 right now, or P6 right now rather. So up front everything is fine, and in terms of tires you can see everyone except Noah, as Bhushan and Ashwin are fighting right now, and Bhushan has got in front of Ashwin here. So both of them did overtake. As behind what's happening here, that's Quick Killer and Caesar making their way past the disconnected car of Rohit. Caesar goes a little bit wide in that corner, but everything is fine. As now I think this is one of the closest battle right now, as something has happened to Rahul and Rehan, who have had to make a pit stop as Rohit loses further positions. I think that was a power cut for him, which is why he is losing so many positions to drivers, and that is really unfortunate. As Bhushan now, after having overtaken Ashwin, is now coming under attack. As up front it is Oxidized Rage who is on the charge and would want to get in front of Sid Venkatesh here. Let's see if this works out. Up ahead this is Ashwin. Now I think this is going to be the lap. He will be able to move past Bhushan now because of the DRS being enabled. Let's see if this is going. Harsh, what happened to Herschel here? Okay, so that was probably just a lobby glitch, as now Caesar using DRS. Let's follow Ashwin first. And is Ashwin going to make a move into the braking zone, or will he wait for the next corner? Ashwin, I don't think he's waiting, and he goes down the inside of Bhushan. Bhushan hangs it on the apex, and that's Caesar who is through, as someone has gone really wide there. That is Sid Venkatesh again facing problems in braking, but Ashwin has still behind Bhushan right now, and Bhushan is taking the outside line that will turn to the inside for the next corner. So that is good defending from Bhushan, as Oxidized Rage has moved past Sid Venkatesh, who is... okay, this is really weird. Oxidized Rage has not moved past Sid Venkatesh, is behind. Nishan and Harshal are battling right now, and Nishan is finally through, it seems, but Harshal might just come back as ahead. Abhi, and oh, that's wing flying, so that's definite damage on one of those cars there, and it's all happening here right now. I'm riding on board with Nishan, who's running in P12, who has probably just gotten past his Nova West dust pit for a set of red walled soft tires, and that promotes VFix into the lead of the race, and Ashwin finally has gotten ahead of Bhushan, but Bhushan does fight back, so Ashwin is losing some time here, a lot of time rather, to the likes of Serial Killer and Arjun Arun Shah, as well as VFX in the race lead, as we are riding on board with Caesar now, and we should be able to see this battle unfold, as Caesar has caught up to these two, and the next time I think this is the lap where Caesar will have DRS as well, so he will be likely to make at least one place, whether it's Ashwin or Bhushan. Only time will tell. Ashwin for the second time in as many laps is going down the inside of Bhushan, and this time he does make his way. Caesar tries to make his way past, has to stick around the outside, and he has almost left Bhushan there, and almost that was an well saved from Caesar and Bhushan both, as Quick Killer, you can see, has made his way past because of that incident, and Caesar now is trying to make his move on the outside, and let's see if this works out for either of them, as Caesar and Bhushan are still going side by side. These guys were teammates last time around in Belgium, where Bhushan was reserving. Bhushan will have the inside, and Caesar might have to concede that position. Let's see, he's still trying to make it work. Has he gone down the inside? No, he has not, and he does stay behind for now. As further behind, Nova is in free air, so that will really help him, and Nishan has got past Abhi as well. So let's see how his race progresses, as up front this is Caesar now making a move on the inside on the last corner. That is a very weird corner to make his move, as Bhushan does fight back. Bhushan will have the outside for turn 1, but Caesar having the inside will have the better line going into the next corner. Let's see what happens. Caesar is through, and Bhushan has to settle for the 7th place right now, as up front Arjun Arun Shah, in case you didn't notice, has gotten past VFX here. So Arjun doing everything he can to try to cut into the lead which Nova has right now, and Nova is just 3.9 seconds behind Abhi right now, and this is going to be a little bit frustrating for him, because he's on the tires which will take him to the end of the race, but he is going to have to battle cars which are not going to stop for the next 5-6 laps or so. So he'll have to legitimately overtake these cars, because he is going to catch them in a lap or two, and that's where he will have to struggle. Meanwhile, Arjun and VFX and Serial Killer and Ashwin and Caesar and the likes are going to run in free air. Let's see behind. What has happened to Nishan? Nishan has lost it at the exit of the second DRS straight, and not sure if there is any damage here. Yeah, I don't think there is any damage, as Bhushan has lost a position to Oxidize. So that's a little strange to see, Bhushan losing another position, and Caesar is now on the back of Quick Killer, who has gone wide. So let's see if Caesar can make his way past. Probably a little difficult to do so here in third sector, as we are in the hotel section right now, and Caesar has to stay behind. The gap in terms of time have gone again, so we'll have to wait. Does Caesar make a move again on the inside? He doesn't, so keeps it behind for now. Ashwin has DNF'd. What happened to Ashwin here, who has DNF'd? That is his car. Look at his stranded car, and he has DNF'd from the race. What is it going to be? Is it a safety car? It looks like a safety car. I'm not 100% sure. As Nishan is into the pits, but it will be a trouble to take those super soft tires to the end of the race. But this is, I'm not sure how this will work out for people here. I can see a lot of penalties here. Let's have a look at penalties real quick. Serial Killer has a drive-through. Rohit Goel has a drive-through. And a lot of people having 3-second penalties as Nova has overtaken. Did Nova overtake someone and is letting him back past? So Nova has let Abhi past, but not really sure how this will work out here, as something is happening behind. I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but I did see a couple of changes to the position. But Nova is in P10 right now, and there are people with a lot of penalties here, so really tough to call. This is like at the middle of the race, so if the people who are on soft tires right now pit, I'm not sure if they'll be able to take those super soft tires to the end of the race. But we will see when the likes of Arjun and VFix actually pit. Are they pitting? No, they are not. That is sensible for them, but it helps. Who is pitting? Is Serial Killer pitting? I think he is, but he will not be able to serve his drive-through right now, as he almost crashes into the pit wall there. Quick Killer and Caesar both stay out. So does Bhushan, Oxidize, Sid Venkatesh. Abhi will stay out as well, I'm sure, but Nova is going to. Serial Killer has actually. Is he going to pit? The serving is drive-through right now, and it's green flags, so I think he just served his drive-through when the flag was green. Is up ahead now. Caesar is on the back of Quick Killer, who has a drive-through. No, he doesn't have a drive-through right now. Here goes Caesar now on the back straight, and this is probably going to be a little bit straightforward for him, especially if he is able to make use of that DRS and fly past Quick Killer. Here goes Caesar. Quick Killer weaving a little there, so not entirely sure Caesar will appreciate that, but Caesar is down the inside, and that is him past Quick Killer, as Nova West has made another position, and that puts him into P8 with a sizable gap to Sid Venkatesh, who is battling Oxidized Rage right now. Let's see how this one works out. Sid Venkatesh is on the outside. He's being pushed to the extremities of the track here, but Sid Venkatesh will probably take that position. Oxidized Rage does fight back, and I think Oxidized Rage will get that position for now, but that was a little sketchy because just at the braking zone it was, as there's another yellow flags for the entire track and the cars have slowed down. Is it going to be is it a safety car? I'm not sure, because I'm not getting. It is a safety car. You can see on the right, just below the menu there, it is a full-blown safety car, and this really hurts Nova West's chances. Caesar pulls into the pit, so will Quick Killer and the likes of Bhushan, and Bhushan stays out, it seems. No, Bhushan is in. What's that? Caesar. It is Caesar who has lost it at the pit wall, and I think Oxidized Rage does stay out. And is that going to be a wing change for him? Because I think this is going to be, yeah, that is a wing change for Caesar. It's going to be a long stop for him, as there's a wing change for Bhushan as well. Abhi does stay out on the track, and Oxidized Rage has stayed out as well. Arjun Arun Shah and VFix. Did Arjun not start on soft tires, on those red wall soft tires. I think it did. This could be a major issue for Arjun here, and that probably is a big mistake here because I think Arjun definitely started on softs. Has Arjun overtaken Nova here? He lets Nova go past again, but I think Arjun is going from a set of soft tires to another set of soft tires here. If I'm wrong, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not sure if this will help his race right now because he will have to make another stop on a set of super soft tires, and that is going to be an issue as Nova and Arjun are swapping places again. There's some confusion going on, but Caesar has been disqualified. I completely missed that. What happened to Caesar? The teammates, both of them are out. Ashwin, his second DNF in as many days, and Caesar has DNF'd from the race. Disqualified from the race rather. I'm not sure why that happened because I was able to see him go into the pits and have a wing change. So that is puzzling here. We only have 15 runners now. We have already lost 4 drivers, and not really sure what's happening. Maybe Caesar will come to the stream and let us know what happened, but let's see. This is a little weird to see, but the safety car is out for one more lap, and Arjun Aruncha, there he goes into the pits, and this is going to be not good. This is not good at all for him. That's basically his championship chances down the drain as he goes for a pit stop on those purple super soft tires, and look at the amount he has lost. He will come out in P8 right now since Abhi has probably made the same mistake. Not entirely sure, but looks like it. So Abhi is out in P9, both of them. Let's see where Arjun actually comes out because he might lose a position here. No, he will not. So Arjun will come out in P8 and will catch up to the pack as well. But this basically does not help him in his quest for the championship. I'm really confused right now. I'm not sure why he went on those, because even the strategy on the screen, he would have chosen super soft tires as his pit stop. So why would the game put him on the same tires on a one-stop strategy? I really don't understand that. But either ways, he has a lot of fighting to do and not enough laps, because Nova is sitting in P2 right now with Oxidized Rage. Is Oxidized the only person who has yet to stop right now? We'll have a look. Yeah, Oxidized is the only person who is yet to stop, and that is an interesting strategy for him. I think let's turn our attention to penalties right now, because more or less everyone is on similar tires except Nova and T-Scal. The two drivers from, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is Charouz racing team, who are leading the Constructors Championship, by the way, with 362 points, and they are being chased by Trident, which is Arjun and Quick Killer with 355. So while it is very likely that the Drivers' Championship will be sealed today, our Constructors Championship, the fight for the Constructors title, will go to Brazil, where the lead is now just 13 points, and with Arjun and Quick Killer both will probably finish in high positions. As, oh my god, is the safety car going to go for one more lap? As Oxidized Rage now pits under the safety car, so he will lose a lot of positions. So will probably come out last. But yeah, as I said, the Constructors is yet to play for, and that's where Nova would be hoping to gain maximum points as possible, as well as Steves, who's running P10 right now, so he's definitely in the points. And let's see how that one unfolds over this race and the next. So let's have a look at position gained. So you can see Quick Killer has gained, wow, that's a really good race from Quick Killer. He has gained 11 positions there, and that's really good. T-Sky has gained 6 positions. Abhi has gained 4, and Oxidized Rage has, of the finishers or the people who are racing right now, Oxidized Rage has lost the most positions in P15. He's running P15 right now, and he's on a set of, has he done this? Oh my god, I think he has made the same mistake as others. He has gone from a set of soft tires to another set of soft tires. This is really confusing. I think he will have to make a pit stop again, or he will be disqualified at the end of the race. But I think the safety car should be, except for Oxidized Rage, everyone has bunched up, so the safety car should be coming in at the end of this lap. Let's see when the safety car is in the heart of sector 3 if it's going to work out. Meanwhile, let me check if there's any response from Caesar. Not yet, so we'll have to wait until that happens. The safety car has peeled away, so the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and Nova will lead these drivers and decide when to actually floor it and go for the final 5 laps of this track. Almost half the field with penalties there, so people have to be careful, and especially the final few positions on the grid will be decided by penalties. I think Noah has already left. He has gone, and he is on a slower tire right now, as behind it's Bhushan, Serial Killer and Sid Venkatesh fighting, but Noah has got a healthy lead up front. Is behind it is Serial Killer, who is challenging Bhushan for P4, and the likes of what's happening behind is Rahul and Abhi are fighting. They are, and Phantom is on a charge as well. As here goes Phantom, whose team also has an outside chance of winning the championship. They are on 272 points right now, so they have to hope for really bad races for the top 2 teams, as Phantom gets a little bit of a tank slapper coming out of the corner. I think there was contact with Rahul, but up ahead it's Arjun Arun Shah on Sid Venkatesh, and this is going to be, let's see how this turns out. Arjun Arun Shah is on the inside, Sid Venkatesh on the outside. Sid Venkatesh tries to brake late, and that's both the cars not really taking the corner well. Arjun has probably damage, and he will now chase Serial Killer, and let's see if Arjun can take one more position, but he definitely has damage, I think, to his car, and he has to stay behind Serial Killer for now. Sid Venkatesh has lost a lot of positions, as Rohit and Herschel have made their way past as well, and this is not going to be good for Arjun, who now has to nurse a damaged car to the checkered flag. Up ahead it's Quick Killer, who is now on Bhushan, as the top 2 have practically checked out. Look at the gap which Refix and Noah have over the guys behind. So this is pretty much a fight to the finish for the top 2, and Noah is ensuring that his more durable soft tires are able to take advantage. But for now, Arjun is behind Serial Killer. Herschel, it seems to have his gained position, but I don't think he has, and he's running legitimately in P8 right now. Is behind it is Nishan, who is making a move. He's on the outside and has to wait until he can actually get that overtake done, but T-Sky and Phantom both are in the pits, so I'm not sure if there was any damage to them, but it shows Herschel into the pits as well. I'm pretty sure he's not in the pits, and let's ride on board with Nishan, who's running P11 right now, if he's going to make any kind of a move on Rahul, who is running P11 right now. So these are teammates, by the way. If you can see on the left, these are teammates, but Nishan definitely a reserve, and Rahul decides very early that he is going to defend the inside of the track, and that is probably going to make it difficult for Nishan, who turns in and will probably this time, going through the second chicane, will have a good run on Rahul, but Rahul does get a good exit, so not sure if that will happen up ahead. Sid Venkatesh has gotten past Rohit and Nishan does stay behind, so Nishan has to wait for one more lap, as Sid Venkatesh now is probably fighting back after that incident with Arjun, and up front it is Serial Killer, who is in a sandwich right now, because who's in a bit of a bother right now because he's not been able to close up the gap to Quick Killer, and he is being chased by Arjun Arun Shah. So the faster he makes this move done on Quick Killer, the faster he can focus on attacking Bhushan rather than defending from Arjun right now. Here we go, just 2 laps left as Rohit is into the pits. So plenty of people in the pits right now, as Oxidized Rage has made its pit stop, so he also realized that he has not exactly made the right call for tire choices. But Arjun Arun Shah right now is fighting for the championship, but it's not looking good for him at all because of that mistake on the tire choice. But here goes Serial Killer now. He looks to be in pole position to take this P4 away from Quick Killer. Let's see how this battle unfolds. As Quick Killer defends the inside of the track, Serial Killer makes his way past. Is Quick Killer going to brake late? I think he does. Both of them are still battling at the apex of the corner, as Quick Killer has contact with Serial Killer, with both of them losing a lot of time to Arjun Arun Shah. Not sure if he can take advantage of that, but Quick Killer will come back at Serial, and there is some more contact on the straight, and Serial Killer finally seems to have made his way through, but that is Serial Killer who has lost out in that battle. Sid Venkatesh is through, and that is definitely going to the stewards right now. Not right now, but at the end of the race, because they were riding on board with Arjun and see that battle happening. So that leaves Arjun to battle Quick Killer, and let's have a quick look at this. There's definite end plate damage for Arjun, and these two are teammates, so I am not sure if there's going to be any fighting between them. Let's see if Quick Killer is basically giving a wide berth to Arjun right now. Doesn't seem like it. Or rather, it seems like it. Yeah, he did move out of the way a little bit, but at the same time, Herschel has taken advantage of that, and riding on board with Herschel, he has made his way through. But look at Sid Venkatesh. He has also made his way through. So Quick Killer, while probably allowing his teammate to go through, has allowed 2 other drivers to make way pass, as well as Herschel is round, and that has resulted into him losing a lot of positions, and it's all happening here on the penultimate lap with Quick Killer now behind Sid Venkatesh. And where is Herschel in all this? Herschel is dead last right now. Well, he's not dead last, but he has lost a lot of positions here. He's running in P8, as up ahead Sid Venkatesh and Quick Killer are having a battle of their own, as Cedar comes back to Quick Killer. This is really intense right now, and we have to move back to this battle. But wow, what a battle this has been. This is a 3-4 car battle. Arjun has comfortably made his way past into P4, and that is Quick Killer ahead of Serial Killer for now, as oh my. I don't know what was that. These guys are lagging, and probably that is what. Oh my god, what did I just see? That was one car on top of the other, and I don't know how anyone can survive that. But Sid Venkatesh is through right now, and wow, as Nishan has made a move on Rahul, who has gone very wide there. So that's Nishan into P8. And up front we're already on the last lap, so we will move to Nova. But for now, let's follow this battle because I have a feeling there's more to come. So that's Serial Killer's car, who seems to be bumping and jumping a little bit, and they're all on the back of Arjun Arunshah and Sid Venkatesh right now. He has a time penalty, but he wants to make that move. He is going for it. He just stays out of it, but probably thinking of going on the next DRS straight. Let's see if it works out for him. Quick Killer is behind, but Cyril has gained some time on both Arjun and Sid Venkatesh. And this time around, I think he will have a really good run. He might even go for a move there. Let's see which way he goes. He doesn't for now. And this being the last lap, I don't think he will get many opportunities. But up front, this is a perfect drive for Nova West, who is going to take another win in a sprint race. And well, we will have to see who actually had the fastest lap right now, but it seems like Nova West is going to win the sprint race under the lights in Abu Dhabi, with VFix taking P2. Barring any problems in penalties, Bhushan will take P3, and that is his consecutive podium in weekends. Arjun Arunshah has to fight a lot of cars, but he finishes in P4. Sid Venkatesh will not finish P5. It's Serial Killer who finishes P5 with Quick Killer behind him. Sid Venkatesh finishing P6. Nishan finishing P7. Bhushan, how many penalties did he have? It's Arjun on the podium rather. So not sure how many penalties Bhushan had, but he's finishing in P10 according to this graphic, with Oxidized Rage in P11, Phantom in P12, Thieves Cal in P13, so he will get 3 points. Rohit in P14, and Herschel, I don't think Herschel finished P15, did he? Finished P6 according to this graphic. You can see Quick Killer ahead of him, but this is all very confusing, so I will not really try to understand what has just happened. But it seems like it's Nova, VFX and Arjun on the podium, and we still have a feature race, or rather a sprint race to go. So I think that is 11 laps, if I'm not wrong, on the soft tires, where Abhi, who has finished P8 in this race, should be on pole, but we will have to wait for the final race classifications to confirm that. But what a race that has been, especially after the safety car came out. There were a lot of battles in the midfield, not much for the lead or the podium positions, but Arjun Arunshah, Serial Killer, Quick Killer and Sid Venkatesh, these four drivers provided a lot of entertainment, with a couple of questionable pit strategies also at play. We have had a wonderful race in Abu Dhabi. Right, I hope the race ends in the next 3 seconds, because it's been going on for a while now. Let's see if it ends. Come on, Codemasters. No? Okay. Okay, guys, let me just quickly check Discord because it's not working out right now. Oh, thank God. Right, so there's someone in the wall. I don't know who that is, but that has been a really interesting end to the race. As Noah knows that he probably has a title in the bag, but there is still the sprint race to go, and anything can happen here. Either ways, it's Noah who has won. Let's see where Bhushan is rather. I really want to see. He has. How is he? I don't understand this. He was running P3 according to the time streams, but it's Noah, VFX, and Arjun on the podium with Serial Killer, Quick Killer, Sid Venkatesh, Nishan behind. Abhi, Rahul, Oxidized Rage round up the top 10. And Tivsgal, Bhushan, Phantom, Rohit, and Herschel, who are the final finishers. They will also finish in the points. We have points until P15 in this league with Caesar, who was. Now it says DNF, but it said disqualified earlier with Rehan, Ashwin, and Red Stundub also not finishing the race. Either ways, we have a sprint race coming up, which I hope is less glitched than this one. Sluma also probably got the formation, or rather the fastest lap, so that is one more additional point in his bag. And if his, we'll start from P8, so if his sprint race is without any incidents, he should be finishing in P1 in the driver's stand with one more race to go. Either ways, we have now from under the lights, we are into the bright sunny skies, and everyone is on those red soft tires as we can expect. Let me just quickly invite a few people here, and let me just quickly do that unless someone. Right, here we go. So Abhi, as expected, is on pole with Nishan, Sid Venkatesh, Quick Killer, Sidal Killer, Arjun, Vifix, and Nova behind him. These were the top 8 in the reverse order who finished. So expect a lot of battles again, as the likes of Sid Venkatesh, Quick Killer, Serial Killer have been battling all season almost. This is these midfield batters which are really exciting, and let's see. Abhi is on pole. I think that is the first time he's on pole, and he will have to be aware of very fast drivers behind him, the likes of Nishan and Sid Venkatesh, who is really fast this season for some reason. He has rather put in his work and has gained a lot of pace. has Sid Venkatesh, and let's see how his race goes. Is further behind, the likes of Herschel, Caesar, Ashwin, and Bhushan are in the bottom 10. So these guys will be hoping to make a charge on the drivers up front. There are no mandatory pit stops in the sprint race, so it is a sprint race in all aspects. You don't have to make any pit stops, and these soft tires should go to the end. So barring any safety cars or incidents which lead to damage, no drivers need to make any pit stops. As I think, who's yet to come back to the pit? Is it Rehan? No, it's Ashwin. Or is it Caesar? It is Caesar, who was a little bit far back, but either ways I think everyone is on the grid now, and we shall be seeing those red lights, which I still don't see. Right, there it is. 5 lights on the grid. Lights out and we're underway. That's a good start from Abhi, but I think Sid Venkatesh will take the lead going into turn 1, and that is Quick Killer behind him, who has, as there's a lot of cars behind who have crashed for sure, and I don't think there's any damage right now. There's no DNFs right now, but definite damage. Was VFix one of them? I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like for now it is it a safety car? It could very well be a safety car. Arjun Aruncha is into P3, and you can see right now Nova has lost a few positions there. He is running P10 right now, so the championship leader, I'm not sure what happened there. Where is VFix and all this? Has VFix one of the cars who got damaged? He has, and what is happening there at the hairpin? That's Rehan getting pushed out of the way. Was it Tivskel and Rehan who came together? I'm not entirely sure what happened, but there is another car. Whose car is that? Which is like way behind. It's not Serial Killer for sure. All this is really confusing right now. That's a safety car which is waiting to pick up the leaders. But now does anyone pit right now, as Ashwin and Caesar both have made up places. Bhushan has made up places as well. He's running P8 right now. And let's have a quick look at position change. There you can see Noah has lost 2 positions. Caesar has made up 5. Ashwin has made up 6, as has Redstone up. And Sid Venkatesh from P3 has gone to P1, with Arjun Aruncha also gaining a place. But Nishan has lost a lot of positions. He started P2 on the front row of the grid, just did not get that launch which he wanted. He is running P6 right now, and he will have an uphill task of overtaking these drivers who are probably more familiar with F2 cars, since they have more or less been here for the entire season. As Rehan gets a 3-second penalty. Let's see if anyone is diving into the pits. I don't think anyone would, but I saw Nishan into the pits. Yeah, Nishan is into the pits, so that's probably for a wing change, because there is no point in, as Nova is into the pits as well. Is that Nova into the pits? No, Noah is not in, yeah, Noah is into the pits. And is Noah having a wing change here? He is, so this is not good. And Noah is going on a set of another soft tire, so he's going to be dead last here. He is going to be dead last. Is Noah. So while the timing screens are still glitched, Nova will probably be dead last by the time. He's not going to be dead last, but he is not going to be in points for sure. We don't have any DNFs so far in the race, and we will wait until the timing screen corrects itself on the left hand side. So this puts Arjun in a really good position if he wants to take the title to the end. I think Nova has now gained, what is that, 5 plus 3, 8 points. So Nova has gained 8 points on Arjun right now. So the gap is 54 points because it was 46 ahead. So Arjun needs to outscore Noah. So my maths is, I'm not sure how correct it is because I'm doing this on the fly, but it seems like Arjun needs to gain 5 points, rather 9 points on Noah, or gain even 8 points on Noah in this race to take the championship to the last race in Brazil. So Arjun is running P3 right now, so he will gain 13 points, and Nova is running P16, although I'm not sure if that is where he will finish the race. He'll be able to probably make an overtake or two as Rehan gets another 3-second time penalty. That's his behind the safety car, so I'm not entirely sure why he's getting those time penalties, but as things stands, Nova will not win the championship tonight. He will have to wait until next Sunday to make that happen. He's leading the championship by 54 points, but because of Arjun's track position right now, that is going to be just 41 points. That is not enough to lead the championship right now or win the championship in this weekend. Has Noah pit again? What is happening here? Noah has pit again? He has. And he's in P18 right now. As has VFix. So the two of the fastest drivers in the division have pitted, and they are P18 and P19. I hope for their sake they're able to catch up to the pack, which I think they will be able to. So they'll be able to catch up to the gap. Okay, so Jin, you're saying that it put him onto the set that was used in race 1. So you're saying it was not a new set of soft tires? Okay, F2 is really confusing for me then, because I imagined they would have a fresh set of soft tires to race with. But yeah, what you said makes sense. If they're pitting for a set of soft tires which were already used in the race 1, they would have been quite worn by now. So now basically they are going on the set which they started this sprint race with, and which basically is a fresh set of soft tires. So for others who are watching, I hope that made sense. Otherwise Jin can probably write an essay over here, but I hope that's what you mean, Jin. Either ways, Noah and VFX at the bottom of the grid, with Sid Venkatesh, Abhi and Arjun in the podium positions right now. I don't think the safety car, yeah, that's safety car, that's a pretty late call. Safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, and it's Sid Venkatesh who will lead the field with Abhi behind him. Sid Venkatesh has sped now, and Serial Killer is being pressurized by, he's not pressurized by anyone, but it's Rohit Goel who is, that Caesar going deep and probably giving Ashwin a hint of a chance here, but not right now, as these drivers are going, they're not going side to side right now. But Caesar did go deep into that corner, which has brought Ashwin into the play here, as behind it is Nishan, who is making a move or two. I think he definitely made up a couple of positions as Herschel. Has he had a problem again? I don't think it's a problem. I think that's just, as Noah is through. Noah is into P14 already. How has that happened? So Noah is into P14. VFX is still in P17 right now. And who's that? That's Redstone Dub, who has cut that chicane and lost a lot of time, and also picked up a 3-second time penalty to go with. Up ahead, it is Serial Killer, who is behind Quick Killer and Abhi. So Arjun Shah has actually overtaken Abhi, and Arjun is in P2 right now, so he is doing the best he can, and he would also want to take that position as Caesar now is okay. This is a 4-car battle right now, and Caesar is trying to get Rohit here, who is holding both Caesar and Ashwin up right now. And it seems like riding on board with Ashwin, Caesar will put the pressure as a yellow flag somewhere in sector 3 as Caesar tries to go down the inside of the final column, which seems like a happy hunting ground for him, but for now he does stay behind. So here is VFix, who has put the fastest lap just moments after Nova put it. So this is going to be probably an easy move for Caesar once he is on the back straight. Let's see if this works out, or does Caesar not wait? No, he is waiting. He is not making a move right now, but riding on board with Ashwin, who is watching all this unfold and is also probably hoping to get past Rohit along with his teammate. Let's see, the gap up front is still around 8/10 of a second as Caesar doesn't seem to be catching Rohit right now, who also has a bit of a slipstream up ahead as Caesar seems to have better exit than Rohit. So this time around, when they are approaching the braking zone, Caesar might actually make a move on Rohit. He goes down the inside, and let's see if he's able to brake later than Rohit, who will be on the outside for now. And Rohit does give him enough space and opportunity for Caesar to go past, so that Caesar into P6, and Ashwin will probably try to do the same next time around. As up ahead the gap is just 4/10 of a second, and Arjun will be hoping to overtake Sid Venkatesh. I think the DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap, so when they're on the start finish straight, Arjun will have the advantage of his rear wing being open and gaining that extra speed in a straight line. As Abhi has lost more positions here, he has lost positions to Quick Killer and Serial Killer as well. And here we go, it's Caesar with the fastest lap, with Bhushan in the fastest lap, who is still keeping Noah behind him for now, as Caesar has now overtaken Abhi for P5. We are on this battle for P1 because there could be an overtake incoming as Oxidize gets a 3-second time penalty, but it seems like as that is, I think he almost ran into the back of Sid Venkatesh there, but it's all happening here as Serial Killer seems to have lost a position to Quick Killer. Here is Arjun, he is gaining on Sid Venkatesh. Let's see if it's going to be enough on this start finish on this straight, or is he going to wait? Arjun is down the inside, and Arjun is finally through, has gone deep into the corner. Let's see if Sid Venkatesh can do a switchback. He almost tries, and who has the DRS coming into the next straight? It is Sid Venkatesh. So Sid Venkatesh will come back at Arjun, and he has to go all the way around the outside. Arjun will push him to the right of the track. Let's see if they're able to brake well in time. Arjun does, and Arjun will keep that position. So that's Arjun into P1, as there is Serial Killer who has lost a wing. I'm not sure, he definitely lost, it definitely felt like there were wings flying there, but these two drivers, oh, what's happening there? That's more contact there, and that seemed like Serial Killer was just not able to brake, as behind that's absolute carnage. And let me have a view, what is Serial Killer up to? I'm not sure. What is Quick Killer up to? Oh my god, he has lost a lot of positions there, and in all that somehow VFix has gone through. And look at the number of cars which are battling here. That's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 cars who are battling. Serial Killer is into the pits. I'm not sure he has DNF, so that is him retiring into the pits, and that's VFix going round the outside of Phantom. What a move from VFix there. And all the while Nova has not been able to take advantage of that. Does Nova have damage here? Not entirely sure. I think he does have damage on, I think he does have damage here. Yeah, he does. Left end plate is missing on that car, so he does have damage as he nearly runs into the back of Phantom here. But up ahead is when the action is happening, is VFix is trying to make more positions here, Let's see if VFix does. He is on the back of Oxidized Rage. Does VFix go for a move right now? On the inside, he does. He absolutely sends it, and that was marginal as far as contacts go. But that's Phantom who has run into the back of Oxidize, and let's see if Noah is going to take advantage of that. He does. He has Oxidize on the inside. Let's see if Noah is able to make his way through. That's Nova and Oxidize who's round. That is Oxidize who has lost it. He has reset on track, so that is going to be a penalty for him. And Nova is now going round the outside of Phantom, and Phantom has had contact as well. What is happening here? Is Redstone up and Nishan side by side? This is absolutely non-stop action, as Ashwin and Caesar both have overtaken Rohit here. So both these guys have a really good chance of finishing on the podium here, as Nishan gets a 3-second time penalty. VFix is on the back of Abhi, and I really wish I had a co-commentator here today. There's just too much going on, as VFix in the final corner has overtaken Abhi, and next up is Nova, who is going to chase him pretty badly, as Caesar now is on the back of Sid Venkatesh. And let's see if he waits until the start finish straight, or he goes for a move in this chicane. He's staying behind for now, so that is sensible from Caesar, as Arjun is running in P1 right now, and Caesar is trying his best right now to unsettle Sid Venkatesh. Oxidized Rage with another 3-second time penalty, but here we goes. Caesar will take P2 at the end of this long back straight, as Sid Venkatesh does not fight it at all. That is something which is just sensible thing to do, because Caesar certainly seems to be the fastest car here right now. And behind is Nova, who has overtaken Abhi. So Nova is on 8 points right now, and Arjun, while leading the race, is on 18. So Arjun will claw back 10 points, and that is going to be enough, since the advantage of Nova was just 8 points after the end of feature race. The positions which they are running right now is enough for Arjun to take the championship to the last race in Brazil next week. Here we go. We are riding along with, let's say, the battle behind, as Nishan and Oxidize are battling, and Nishan with just 3/10 behind Oxidize right now, and he is determined to make his way past. Here we go. This is Phantom now, and Phantom is behind Abhi, who was running P1 at the safety car restart. So since the safety car restart, he has lost 8 positions already and is about to lose a 9th to Phantom. He also is teammates with Sid Venkatesh, so it's a good result for their team. And while I don't think it will be enough to challenge for the constructors, it's still a good result, but it's even a better result for Arjun Aruncha, as VFix has now overtaken Bhushan up ahead. So that's VFix who is into P6, so overtaken Bhushan, and Phantom has finally gone past Abhi and Bhushan. For him, the next challenger would be Nova, who despite his wing damage is still making moves on this track, as Bhushan is coming back on VFix, and Bhushan has gone down the inside. Both of them go off track. VFix has been pushed right off the track, and at the same time VFX does join in front. Let's see if Nova can actually make his way through. Nova has. So because of this fighting, Bhushan has lost one more place to Nova, and Nova is now on the back of VFX right now, and he will have DRS going into the next corner. But let's see if Bhushan can actually fight back, as further behind Nishan is on the back of Quick Killer still. So he was actually battling Oxidized Rage. Not sure what happened with Nishan. He has lost a position rather than gaining one, so we'll have to wait on that, as this time this is Ashwin who is now preparing to make a move. We are already on the penultimate lap of the race, and the gap up front is 1.1 second, which will come down as Caesar is absolutely on a charger. Let's see if Caesar can actually take this win away from Arjun Shah. But this is Ashwin, his teammate, who is battling Sid Venkatesh right now, and this move can actually see Ashwin on the podium and take Sid Venkatesh off the podium if he's not careful. Let's ride on board with Ashwin. No, let's stay off board for now, and I think this is a very straightforward move for Ashwin here. This is Ashwin into P3 as Steve Skiles get a 3-second time penalty. There's a yellow flag somewhere. I'm not sure who that is. Probably Teves, as Ashwin has gone really deep, so struggling to really stop that car as Sid Venkatesh makes his way through again. Who has the DRS this time? It is Sid Venkatesh who has the DRS. So this is going to be a little difficult for Ashwin because he has to now wait until the last lap to make that move, but he's more than capable of doing that. As up ahead, Nova has passed VFX here, so Nova is now in P6, and that gives him 10 points. So that gives him 10 points, and that is just 8 points. Oh my god, it's so close right now. If Nova can get one more point here, I think Nova will be the champion today. But the gap he has to Rohit is pretty high right now, as Redstone Derp and Phantom were battling right now. I'm not sure what happened, but up ahead, Caesar is on the back of Arjun Shah here, and if Caesar can take P1 away from Arjun, he will basically hand over the title to Nova. So let's see if this really works out. This is Caesar on the back of Arjun, and I don't think he has a gap where he can actually go for an overtake this time around, but maybe on the next DRS straight it might work out, as Ashwin now for the second time in as many laps is on a charge. And further up ahead, it is Nova who is now going for a move, and this could be a championship winning move if he pulls that. As you can see, Ashwin, who is going down the inside of Sid Venkatesh. Nova has broken really late and probably is going for a move, but he is... Where is Rohit right now? That's Nova into P5, Rohit into P6. Both of them will have DRS, so Nova just needs to ensure is up ahead. Caesar had made his move on Arjun, and behind it is Nova who has... We'll have to wait for a confirmation, but that is Nova into P6, so he has not been able to make that move. But Arjun has lost a position, and Rohit has a 3-second time penalty. So this all but confirms, if things stay like this, it is going to be a... What happened to Sid Venkatesh there? Not entirely sure, but he has lost positions there, and this helps Caesar in winning the race. That's under Chalo Caesar. Arjun in P2, Ashwin in P3, Sid Venkatesh will finish P4, I believe. Noah will finish P5. VFX, let's see if he finishes P6. He does. Rohit actually finishes P7 because of his time penalties. Phantom in P8, Redstone Derp in P9, or rather it was Redstone in P10. Abhi has jumped a few places. Quick Killer in P11, Nishan in P12. Bhushan DNF'd on the last lap, not sure where that was, with Rehan in P14. Herschel finishing P15, so not a good sprint or the feature race for him. A weekend to forget for Herschel, with Steve Cal, who will finish ahead of Bhushan because Bhushan has DNF'd. But the main story over here this weekend is Nova West. If my calculations are true, and I really hope they are true because it would be awkward if they are not, I think he has had enough points to seal the Drivers' Championship with one more race to go. So that is huge congratulations to Nova. We will speak to him afterwards in the post-race party as well. But I think that seals the Drivers' Championship for him. As Arjun Shah, had he just hung on for one more lap, or rather prevented Caesar from making the move, I think we would have had to wait until Brazil to make that happen. So Caesar's overtake on Arjun actually demotes him into P2, and the gap which he had gained just 4 points on Nova, and that is not enough because overall Nova gains 4 points over Arjun on this weekend, and that's Nova who is your drivers champion for this second season of F2 racing in Indian Racing League. The driver of the day is Caesar. As not entirely sure where he started, but he started pretty much at the back of the grid, if I'm not wrong, because he was one of those drivers who had DNF'd in the last race. I think he started P16, if I'm not wrong. So that is Caesar into P1. So what a drive from him, and he's doing a lot of those off late, coming from the back of the grid to win races. So he should be happy with that. As Arjun Anusha finishes P2, Nova West does not get the fastest lap. He's a 152.0 with Caesar in 151.7. So Caesar will have the fastest lap, but that's Ashwin into P3. So welcome podium for the reserve. Sid Venkatesh into P4. Nova West, the drivers champion, in P5 with VFX finishing P6. Rohit in P7, Abhi in P8, Phantom in P9, Let's Run Up in P10 with Quick Killer, Nishan, Oxidize, and Harshal, Teves, Cal, and Rehan finishing are the only finishers, with Rahul and Serial Killer not finishing the race. So we will have a quick break here, and we will try to invite the likes of Nova, Arjun, if we can, and Caesar, VFX, and Ashwin into the party chat. So bear with me where you see the blue screen, but let's try to get these people in. Yeah, Shah, just hold on. We are getting other people into the party for the post-race interview.
What's up?
Hey Caesar, we're just waiting for Ashwin, VFX, and Arjun if he can for the party. Something happened to Ashwin. And Noah is here.
And here, hi.
Hey VFX, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I couldn't hear you guys again. I don't know what this issue is. Yeah.
Right, you can hear us now?
Yeah, speak. I can hear. Yes, you are loud and clear.
Alright, so I'm not sure whether rather Arjun will join. I think Ashwin, Caesar, and Noah are already here. So congratulations VFX. I think you got P2 in the feature race. Starting P2. So talk us through your race, especially the features, because there was a safety car almost in the middle of the race. So what was the strategy during that point in time? And I think you had a few incidents or battles in the sprint race. So talk us through that as well.
I mean, the funny part is that the feature race was like really boring, and that's a really boring P2. But then again, that safety car for the first time, I think in forever in league racing, actually helped me. Because I knew that back then you had to go on super softs, and luckily the grid took so long to catch up that the 4 laps that the game suggests you do on the super softs is actually what ended up happening. So from there on, I mean, Nova is just absolute god, especially when he has clear air. So I can't really do much about him. Yeah, aside from that, it was quite a good P2. I'll take it after the disappointment of last few weeks. And sprint race, I don't really know what happened. I was on the outside of turn one, got tagged. Then, of course, you have to stop twice to get onto the correct set of tires and repair your front wing because this game is a bit stupid. But yeah, then me and Nova just had to fight back from the field, and luckily we actually got higher than where we were on the grid. So that's a big plus. Yeah, but that's it for me for this one.
Right, a strong race from you, especially in the feature race. Nonetheless, I think you got a bit unlucky with those safety car, or rather the pit stop decision which your pit crew made under the sprint race. But nonetheless, good race from you, VFX. As we now come to Ashwin. Ashwin, are you here? Yeah. So while we do that, yeah, you're audible to me at least, but please ensure that all of you have your party settings set to always allow in the audio sharing options so that people can hear you on the stream as well. But Ashwin, an unlucky DNF for you. That's two in a row in 2 days. Yep. Yeah, especially for your team, it was a double podium in the sprint race, and yeah, it seemed like that was a strategy for your team because Caesar was able to overtake cars in front. You struggled a bit, I think, with Sid Venkatesh. I think you had to made a couple of attempts before you actually made your way past. So how was that battle for you? Right, congratulations once again on the podium, and we hope you join us for the last race in Brazil next week. Since yeah, looking forward to that. So coming to Caesar now. So Caesar, I think you have made it a habit now to start from the back of the field and getting race wins. And I don't know if you know this yet, but your move on Arjun has actually given the title to Nova this weekend. So describe your race and how are you feeling after that 1.5 hours of quite pretty intense racing, especially from you, since in both races you had to overtake a lot of cars.
Yeah, if my final sector overtake gave him the title, then I think I should get a thank from Noah for that. He should have a pretty peaceful sleep tonight and wouldn't have to worry about next weekend. But nah, I mean, yeah, it was, first of all, the qualifying as usual. I've never qualified at all in this season. I guess maybe just one or two times I've put in a lap. But yeah, just got disqualified in the feature race, crashed into the pit wall while entering. And yeah, just trying to reverse, and the game disqualified me immediately, so I had to start from the back of the grid. So just got lucky in the sprint with all the crashes that happened in the front. And once the quicker driver was behind me, and you know, just the tire advantage that I knew that I had while being behind the safety car for a couple of laps or 3 laps.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that if I can get clear air, I can just push on every lap and at least try to get on the podium. But yeah, managed to challenge for P1 in the end. I'm not really sure what happened between me and Arjun, how he spun was either cause or he just lost on the traction. I would have to speak with him, but so far P1, I think sprint races, it's quite quite in sync, me and sprint with me on the top. So yeah, pretty happy with that.
Right. In fact, we did not manage to catch that overtake on Arjun because we were following battles behind. So, but we did see Arjun getting a little bit out of shape at the end of the second backstretch. So maybe something for him to clarify as we will speak to him next. So Arjun, if you're here, how was your race?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. And once again, I think, like last race, I'm not entirely sure, but you are the only driver. No, this time you are the only driver who has finished on the podium in both the sprint as well as feature races. So how do you feel?
Awesome.
And you would like to congratulate Noah as well, I believe, because he has actually ensured that he wins the title because of that last lap overtake by Caesar.
Yeah, man. I mean, Nova has been a class apart this entire season, so he deserves it completely. I'm surprised he didn't win it sooner, but awesome stuff. Every time he gets into a situation where he's pushed to the back, he always fights his way through and comes back in front. And to do something like that without getting damaged and without getting tangled with guys behind is incredible. So honestly, very, very good job to him. And yeah, I just hope I can bring P2 in the championship home because Caesar seems like a real threat. But yeah, so congratulations to Nova again, and I just hope I can stay P2.
Yeah, and it has been a fantastic season from you, Arjun. You have pushed Noah more or less all the way. While the title is still with one more race to go, but if you need reminding, constructors title is still yet to be decided, and that will be decided on the last race of the season. So with you and Quick Killer, pretty fast drivers around, you should be hoping to get a good result in Brazil as well. How are you feeling around Brazil?
Yeah, man. I think it should be a lot of fun. I hope me and Quick Killer can bring it home, and I think we scored some decent points over these two races, and the gap was I think 6 points before we came into Abu Dhabi. So I hope it's a little short, or maybe we're in front as we get into Brazil. I've never driven there in an F2 car. I'll be doing some practice maybe tomorrow or day after, so hopefully it'll go well. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the gap is indeed just 7 points between you and the constructors which Nova and Team Scal drive for. So that should be a lot of fun going into the last race in Brazil. We still need to see what the gap is going to be like at the end of this race. But now coming to the man of the moment, Noah Wes, our F2 champion for season 2. Noah, how are you feeling and how were your races? I am very sure about that. And if I'm not, then I don't know, I'll just give away my PS Plus subscription to you. But I have done a lot of calculation while streaming, and I think you have gained 4 points over Arjun this weekend, which is enough to seal the driver's title.
Alright. Well, thank you then. Thank you, Arjun, for the kind words. He's been good. He's been so consistent throughout.
Yeah, and how was your race, Noah? I think the feature race was easier than sprint race because you had to lead from start to finish. And sprint race was sorry.
Feature race was pretty plain sailing.
Yeah.
Easy enough. But the sprint race was just horrible right from the start. I don't know. Someone took VFix out, then VFix took me out. I had to pit twice, and I don't even know what all happened in that race.
Yeah, in fact, it was a little confusing to see you and VFX pit twice, which was then explained by Jin that I think you guys were put on the tires which were used anyway, so you had to pit again to go for a slightly fresher set of soft tires, which would have done only just one lap. So that was a little confusing to see, but nevertheless, it was a good fight from you and a lot of overtakes from your end as well.
Yeah, then I broke my wing as well on Phantom. I hit Phantom, I think. Then I hit Rohit again. Not exactly my cleanest race, but
right. So I hope that all these congratulations are still valid, because if there are any stewards reports,
about that because the committee is after me. They delete my fastest laps. They give me random penalties.
Right. So the game did give you the fastest lap this time around, Nova, but it is, I can tell you, it is slower than Caesar by around 4 or 5 tenths. So the sprint race fastest lap does go to Caesar. But I think barring any stewards reports or position changes, you still have the title. So congratulations. I hope that seals a good weekend for you, especially after what happened in the real life F1 race tonight.
Thank you. Yes.
Right. So that's it from the comms box this weekend. Congratulations once again to people who are on the podium and also to Nova for winning the driver's title. Do tune in next week. We have the Belgium race.
Caesar as well for winning the race.
Yes, thank you for remembering that, because otherwise Caesar would have been probably after your life.
Please don't give me penalties.
Right. So yeah, as I was saying, we have Belgium. So that's a track which almost everyone loves, unless someone is absolutely crazy not to. But we have Belgium next weekend in F2 and F1 race, rather
Yeah,
Division 1
Brazil.
and Division 1
Brazil.
race. And that's
Yes,
on
please.
Fridays and Saturdays. And next Sunday we have Brazil, which is the season finale, and we have the constructors title still to fight for. So do tune in for that. But I hope you liked this race, and rather these two races, because we had a sprint as well as a feature race. So thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Good night and bye bye.
Good night.